Good day, guys. Welcome to another section with Danny DC, your favorite trader, your friendly trader, and the boring trader. So, guys, in tonight's section, we're gonna be talking about trend lines, right? Trend, trend lines. Okay, let's make the rest of it bold. What you should do. Alright, and let's add the tests, right? So we're just gonna be talking about trend line and market trend done. Okay, so we're just gonna reduce it to 28, so you should do. Alright, now tonight's class we're gonna be talking about the bullish trend and the bearish trend. Bullish trend, bearish trend. Bullish trend, bearish trend. Bullish market, bearish market, they are all still the same thing, right? And in a bullish trend, okay, I think I'll just add a text here, right? Where is this to? Okay, yeah, we go. Just add the tests over here. Let's make it a little bit smaller than this. And bullish trend, and bearish trend, right? Okay, bullish trend and bearish trend. I think this is good, right? So for a bullish trend, or for you to say the market is bullish, you first of all want to see a series of higher highs, higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher high right here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? The markets keep going up a series of higher highs and higher lows, indicating that the market is bullish. We can say the market is bullish, or we can say we're in a bullish trend, right? Then for a bearish market, you want to see a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower low here, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. Now most of the times these lows, right, these lows are always in 50% or go trace back, to 50% of the previous trend, right? Okay, let's make it simple for you guys now. Let's make it simple right now. We have a lower high and the lower low, right? Now the market comes back to 50% of this. From this high to this low, it retraces back to 50% of it, somewhere around here, giving us another lower high before coming down to make a new lower low from here. So basically these are the same works. 50%, right? Then a new lower low, 50%, then a new lower low. That's how the market works, right? So at each point we have our lower high, right? Lower high, right? And another lower high, right? And if you notice, these lower highs are protected levels. The market does not take them out. The market doesn't take them out. It only takes out lower lows. Notice, takes out this lower low, comes back. First of all, it traces back to form a lower high. then takes out this previous lower low. So that's how the market basically works, right? But now this is not what we're talking about here. We're not treating any of this. I think I just show you guys a bullish trend and a bearish trend, a bullish market, a bearish market. This is how it basically looks like. But tonight, guys, we're treating trend lines. How to mark out a good trend line. You might be wondering, what are the uses of trend line? First of all, trend line lets you know when the market is bullish, right? Because in a situation like this, you might not have a clear um structure or clear bullish trend. That's something like this, like this, like this, like this. The market just keeps moving in certain ways. But with a trend line, you'll be able to know if it is bearish or if it is bullish. And with this, you see this, right? We've been able to spot with this. You notice that we're in a bearish market, even though it's not giving us a clear movement of higher highs and higher lows, but we are still in a bearish movement, in a bearish trend. Why do I say so? We will be in a bearish trend when two or three lower highs are equal, are in equal or equal directions, right? Something like this. See this, right? If you mark out a trend line from here, it touches this, right? Then it goes down to touch this one as well. Even though it's not touching the whole lower highs, but it has actually touched two or more. Okay, three right here. So we are sure and certain that we are in a bearish market. Now for the bullish trend line, you should be expecting something like this, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, comes down, does something like this, right? This, okay, this, 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 right? If you notice this, it is not a clear market movement. The higher highs and the higher lows are not clear, but with the help of a trend line touching two or more higher lows, if you look at this, it only touched two higher lows. We don't need much. Just these two higher lows are good enough to let you know that the market is in a bullish trend. This line is a bullish trend line. I hope I'm making sense, right? Then that's one. Trend lines are used for noticing changes in market trend or reversals, right? When we have something like this, we see something like this in the market, something like a bullish one right here. Okay, let's just make it simple. This, 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 and this, and this, right? Now, then you see something like this. Okay, don't get yourself confused. First of all, you just come over, maybe the market is giving you something like this. You open your chart and you see something like this. You take your trend line 2, or your trading view, or whatever charting platform you use this, right? Then you mark out the trend line. Two or more higher lows are good enough to get the trend of the market. When you have something like this, okay, this one is giving us 4 because I actually made it very accurate. Then you see this. You should notice now that this trend line has been broken at this point, indicating that the market trend is changing from bullish to bearish. Then you begin to see something like this, right? It gives us a lower high, a lower low, lower high, right, and a lower low, right? So that's basically how it works. It's just like it has been bouncing off this line, bouncing, 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 and eventually breaks. Okay, let's say the ladder. When it breaks the ladder, what happens? It falls down, right? So same thing applies for um a bearish trend or a bearish market, you see something like this, a lower high, right? A lower low, lower, okay, sorry, lower high, lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And like I said, these lower highs are protected levels, right? Protected levels. When the market is bearish, it doesn't take out these lower highs. Instead, it takes out the lower lows, indicating that it is still what bearish. Then you mark out your trend line. As you can see, I just need two lower highs to get my bearish trend. Now, when the market is now about to change trend from bearish to bullish, you then see it taking out this previous lower high here. It comes here, takes it out, and it breaks the trend line, right? Then it comes back like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. And if you see, it has actually changed from a bearish trend to a bullish trend. That is how trend line works. This is basically how it works. Then we have what we call um pullbacks, right? Pullbacks, trend line retracements, and the rest. Now, I'm going to give a clear example of what we call a trend line um retracement. First of all, you're going to have something like this. Your market is in a bullish trend. The pair you're trading is in a bullish trend, right? This, 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 and this, right? You use your trend line to mark out the trend, right? And you have a breakout of the trend line. We call it breakout when the market actually takes out a higher low, right? A higher low that's actually broken the trend line, then we call it a breakout. Now, it does not just break out and starts moving down, it actually retraces, right, back to touch the previously broken trend line. Are you getting it? Traces back to touch this previously broken trend line before continuing its movements. This movement or this reversal is what we call a retracement. Is what we call a retracement. This whole thing right here is what we call a retracement. And as traders, where you want to trade a trend line, uh, maybe you see a broken trend line, you don't just jump into the market and start selling immediately, right? You want to wait back first for a retracement back to the trend line. Then from here, you can now enter the market and start selling. Same thing applies for a bullish trend, sorry, a bearish market. You have this lower high, lower, sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and this, right? Then you want to mark out your trend line, your bearish trend, indicating that the market is bearish, has been previously bearish. Then you see these breakouts, right? You don't just start buying. No, you wait for a reversal or a pullback to the trend, a retracement, before you start, taking your buy entries from right here. Right? That's one. We first of all talked about the trend line to indicate the market's direction. Now we talk about trend lines for knowing, for catching reversals or when the trend line a market trend is about to change. Now I believe with this you should be able to get a little understanding on trend lines and market trends, right? Because I'm not going to go more into details. I just want to highlight some few things for you guys to understand in case you have anything, confusing you up. And in more and more videos to come, we're going to be getting more knowledge. Let's just get into the chart, right? And spot something for ourselves. Now, over here, you can see this. Uh, you see this low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high right here, higher low, higher high, right? And you see this, right? Now, when you're using your trend line tool, you start from this place, and you see we're able to mark out just two higher lows, just two higher lows, right? And you see what I'm talking about here, the breakouts, then it comes back here to retrace. I just want you guys to understand how this retracement works. Forget about this whole thing here, we're going to explain it in some videos later. But it comes back here to retrace before going down, right? Then let's go look for a bullish trend somewhere around here. Let's look for a bearish trend, a bearish trend, a bearish trend, a bearish trend. Kind of spot a good bearish trend for you guys. It's gonna be understandable. Bearish has turned to bullish. Okay. Okay, let's use this right now. Okay. Okay. I think we should use this. This should be better, right? This should be better. Now we have okay. This good as well. This is a bearish market, right? And something like this. Okay, I think this looks good. Good, right? So first for lower high, lower low, lower high, like I said earlier, a lower low, lower high, a lower low, and then a lower high and a lower low. If you should notice, these lower highs are protected levels, they don't get taken out. But now what's happened? The market went ahead to take out this previous lower high. And now with our trend line too, we'll be able to notice that the trend or the market is changing. That's why trend line is very important when making analysis. If you notice, the trend of the market changes, but we don't just start buying immediately, right? We wait for this retracement back to the trend line. I told you guys, this retracement back to this trend line before taking our buys, and you see the market taking going more and more to the upside. So these are just a few examples of how trend line works, and more videos to come. I'm going to be teaching you more things you should know. Thank you for enjoying this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.